Alright, let's hop right in here. How we doing, folks? It's your boy Marcos over here. Get this microphone adjusted, man. I'm so far away, man. I really gotta like
I've got a little
move like
request
the
for
bed
you.
or move this.
I've
I guess we'll shut
identified
up
several
first.
strange markings that I've discovered right across Renaissance Italy. Now, I don't know what they're doing there, but I want you to help me find out. Rebecca has marked their general location in the database with an eye icon, and she's made them glow as well. Keep an eye out.
Alright, here comes a little something. Let us know how my familia is doing after what happened last time. Even characters bumping into other characters. Cute.
Terezio, thank God. I've been looking everywhere for you.
I couldn't stop them, Annetta. I tried, I swear. But there were so many guards.
Please, come with me. We need to get you off the streets.
What of my mother and sister?
They're safe. I'll bring you to them.
No, it's too dangerous for us to travel together. Tell me where to go and I'll meet you there.
My sister's house, just north of the Duomo.
I'm on my way.
Alright, we're gonna see if we get a little transition. Because I stopped playing. I mean, I haven't played the whole game all through, so whatever. Either way, though, we're still in the same thing with Notorious. Which is also a good song, man. Shout outs to Biggie. R.I.P. Actually, it's Tupac's birthday? Birthday, yeah, because I think he got shot in the summer. So I think it was Tupac's birthday a couple days ago. R.I.P. for all the homies, little and big homies that died out there. I once had a cat called Little Homie. They talking about Little. I was telling Jay about this the other day. I once had a cat by a Little Homie. I lived in school in Scranton, and it was this like kid who came in with like a stray cat, and I was like, dude, man, like, don't bring the cat into the house, man. Like, I don't, like, who knows where this cat's been? Like, I mean, I'm cool with cats, but don't bring them in. They might have fleas or something, or some cat diseases, or like. And he was like, we should keep him. I'm like, well, you gotta take him to a vet and stuff. He's like, no, I'll just bring him in. I'm like, man, you can't just bring in a cat. Either way, though, he ended up staying there for a couple days. I have one story that's rated R, which I'm gonna keep to myself. But the PG story is that we were looking for like a name for him. And I was like, listen, man. I was like, call him Little Homie. He's like a little like kitten guy. I was like, call him Little Homie. So we called him Little Homie. Little Homie was cool. He stayed there for like 3 weeks and he just bounced. He was like, all right, thanks a lot, guys. We even bought him something to eat and shit. And he ate and he was like, all right, man, later. Guess I'll tell you the rated R story. So I was man, I shouldn't be saying this one, but me and a woman, you know, we were, you know what men and women do, right? And at the time, I didn't have like a grate or anything, like a screen like on the window. I just had like a fan, so it come like a little air, and I also had like a little towel. So it was feasible that something could get through like the towel. I just had a towel so like bugs wouldn't come in and whatnot. I just moved in there, man. It was just a quick fix. Yeah, halfway through, you know, I see like something moving. I'm like, I mean, obviously you're kind of a little bit distracted with what's going on, but I did manage to sneak over there and it was Little Homie. And I had to stop and grab Little Homie and be like, come on, buddy. Like, what you doing here, man? Like, this is the ultimate cock block right here. A little kitten coming in. Like, that's not cool. So that's my rated R story. Let's take a seat right here. I love this. This is so cool, like in Assassin's Creed. And it's these little things that make Assassin's Creed so good. You know, it's that stealth element, that urban stealth element. You know, even a little Metal Gear-ish right there. Just hide it in plain sight, even though Metal Gear, you're in a wanted base or whatnot. But that's pretty cool right there, man. You come chill with those guys. And now we're going to go meet this woman's sister who, boy, is this an interesting place right here. Highly enjoy the courtesans. Also, love the song.
I think we have the wrong building.
No, this is it.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Messer Ezio. Annetta speaks quite highly of you. I can see why.
I appreciate the kind words, Madonna.
Ti prego. Call me Paola.
Thank you for offering your home to my family, Paola.
It was the least I could do. You must be tired. Perhaps you'd...
No, grazie. I can't stay.
Why? Where are you going?
He's got business.
To kill Uberto Alberti.
Nice.
I understand your desire for vengeance, but the Gonfaloniere is a powerful man. You are not a killer, Ezio.
Spare me the lecture.
But I can make you one.
And why are you going to teach me how to kill?
I'm not. I'm going to teach you how to survive. Come.
Appreciate that right there, my man Paola, my woman, Paola right there, laying down the law.
In my profession, we must walk the streets freely, seen but unseen. You two must learn to blend
Seen
like us
but unseen.
and become one with the city's crowds. My girls will show you how.
Girls, 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 I do adore.
Like what you see?
Alright, so here they basically teach you to put the principles of you can hide it in people and whatnot. If you play the first Assassin's Creed, you kind of know it. But I really think they based this game on the fact that not too many people play the first Assassin's Creed. That's kind of big things. We got my girl Paola, born in 1438. She's a little bit old, but whatever. Madonna, La Rosa, Color, and honestly, these letters are so small for me. Paola is at 16, she vanishes from the records, only to reappear at 20 when she was arrested for murdering a city guard laying down that law, son. And then she was released and she started her own brothel to protect many unfortunate ladies like her. Ain't nothing wrong with some brothels, man. I mean, we can get down with that. I'm not the biggest fan of prostitution, but hey, whatever. I don't think it's legal in the United States, right? I'm pretty confident it's not. I don't know. I just work on your pimp game, you know. You don't really need to be getting paying for the. Well, I digress, man. It's already starting a rated R episode right here. It's because I'm doing this on a Friday night, so you know, a little bit excited right here. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about how the game's divvied up. I wanted to talk about. So it's cute how they divvied up into DNA sequences, because you know it's all about the fact that this is embedded in our DNA, and then we have this in our DNA, and that any of us could go back and see what our ancestors are doing. It's not possible, just for the record, like scientifically, it's not possible. I mean, we carry some traits from parent to parent, like hair color and stuff like that, eye color, but I don't have, I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm about 65% sure that I'm somehow related to Jesus Christ, the guy who got crucified and shit. 65% sure I'm related to him, but it's not 100% proven, so I can't go back in an animus, be Jesus Christ. But I'm somewhat like, there's a lot of stuff we share in common. Like, for example, when he would always make food, he always made like thousands of loaves of bread and fish. Well, I do the same thing kind of when I cook. I make a lot of food. So me and Jesus, we're kind of on the same page right there. Shout out to my big man Jay upstairs. But anyway, they divide the game into different DNA sequences. I think there's 12, 13 total. I don't know. It's kind of, each game's a little bit different. I don't remember the exact number. So it's cute. In that sense, it's cute the fact that it's DNA sequences rather than anything. But in essence, we're talking about chapters. We're talking about story points. Now, there's different ways of transfixing a story or showing your story. And how to split it up. So this, what the DNA sequences allow you to do, is it allows you to not necessarily tell it chronologically, even though for the most part it is chronologically, but we're skipping a lot. We're going to see as we keep going how years pass by. Now this one was quick. This one was bang bang. They killed my father, they killed my family, they killed my brothers. We were going in after them. This was like next day type deal. But other ones we're going to see 3, 4, 5 years pass. And that's why Ezio ages. That's why when we get to Brotherhood, when we get to Revelations, Ezio's older. Because like time progresses. And there's the element of time progression that is very difficult to convey if they didn't split it up in that way. So I think that's one element of what the DNA allows.
Now that you've learned to blend, I'll show you how to use it for more than just moving around. Let's teach you how to steal.
Ah, yes, steal the florins. I think there's a achievement, it's like steal 20,000 florins. And I hadn't done it because I don't go around stealing. I ain't that kind of guy. Even though I have stolen some stuff in my life. But, I only steal from the rich and give to the poor. That's kind of my philosophy over there. I straight Robin Hood when it comes to that. Thief! You are
Once
a
you've
thief!
stolen from someone, Ezio, you mustn't linger.
Yeah, that's probably not the best idea right there. Just sticking around, be like, hey, what's up? It's like, it wasn't me. You saw me banging on the counter? It wasn't me. We do it in the shower. Wasn't me. Something along those lines. Is that Shaggy? Is that a Shaggy song? Man. There we go. I'm just taking cash, taking guap from everybody. Boom, complete the achievements. So these are just basically like tutorial stuff. No biggie. And it's kind of interesting that they give you this afterwards. And I guess you kind of have to because you're not really going to steal. Like your parents aren't going to teach you how to steal. You kind of have to do it after they get killed. And Paola teaches all this stuff. It is kind of stuff that you're not supposed to know. It's not good stuff. But come on, man. After what we've done in video games.
You can go now, girls.
Oh, do we have to? So innocent.
He's cute. Now that you have learned how to approach the enemy, we need to find you a suitable weapon.
What would you have me use?
Ah, but you already have the answer.
Hey, my father's blade and bracer. How did you get them?
By using the same skills I've just taught you.
It's not exactly in working condition.
I assume you're familiar with Leonardo da Vinci.
See, but how does a painter factor into this?
He's
far
more than a painter.
that. Bring him the pieces. You'll see.
I love Madonna
Before
Paola.
I go, one last question, if I may.
Of course.
Why have you given your aid so readily to me, a stranger?
I too know betrayal.
It's a 50 line, and I mean, I know it's a 50 line. I don't know exactly how it goes, but in Many Men, I mean, it's like you don't. I can't remember it. I just texted it the other day too. There's somebody was one of my buddies was asking for some advice. You know, he was a little bit down in the dumps, and I told him, I was like, there wouldn't be joy if it weren't for pain. There wouldn't be sunshine if it wasn't for rain. And that's what I think right there, man. You know, Paola's showing you all that stuff, and she's like, well, why are you helping me out? She shows you a scar. She's like, well, I've been through some stuff too. We've all been through some shit, man. It's just a matter of, to quote my man Rocky, this is what we're all doing quotes today, it's not a matter of how hard you hit, it's how hard you get hit, it's a matter of how you get back up. So my girl Paola went through some stuff, man, and we saw over there, you know, when they give you the bio, and that's a really cool thing. When they give you the bio, it's like, well, she murdered somebody, she was arrested, and she was let go. And then Paola shows you the scar, and she's like, yeah, I killed somebody, because that dude was gonna like rape me. So like, that's got real talk right there. Let's go over here on this beautiful viewpoint. Oh, so good. You know, it's blocked a little there by that big building, but whatever. So split it up into D&E sequences. What it allows you to do, it allows you for time progression, it allows you to present the story in a compact way, and I'm not really too sure that people played it for the memory sequences. Like, it'll end, and it's kind of cool how it slows down and gives you that effect, but no one's really like, oh man, I just got through memory sequence 3. No, it'll tell you like what your last mission was. Like, you know, I remember when I was playing Assassin's Creed 3 with like me and Joe, or Joe and I, he was a little bit further ahead of me, so he'd be like, yeah, I just got done with the mission with George Washington. I'm like, alright, cool, don't tell me about it. He didn't tell me. He's like, dude, I just finished sequence 6. It's like sick. Nah, I don't like looks at it that way. Whereas in other games you do, and I think the reason why you don't look at it in this way in other games you do is because other games really broke it down to levels per se. So, you know, I'm gonna use a classic example here, Mario. You know, obviously it's, you know, level 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 2-1, 2 blah blah blah. That's like simple stupid. But even other stages, even other games. Let's go with a. Dead Space is also pretty fluid, so that's not a good example as well. I think more modern games try to get this fluidity in here rather than splitting up into levels. The Mario to me is always a classic example when it comes to that, because that's the ultimate breakdown. And you don't say like, oh man, I just got finished up rapping, you know, the big world. No, it's like I did like stage 7-2, it was sick. It's like that stage with like the boots in it and stuff. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Whereas in these games, it tries to go for more of a fluid base. I think Assassin's Creed, for example, Call of Duty, in those like missions that they do, those are like, you know, they also tell like kind of what happened, but they're really broken up, and you know you're going from one mission to another. This, you do in missions, but it's all in the greater context of the game, and you really don't know when the memory sequence is gonna end. I mean, if you really want to be technical, I guess you could try to figure it out, but who the hell would really care when it ends? You don't want it to end. You want this to keep going. You're trying to get more into the storyline. You're trying to get fed more info on what's gonna happen next, and who we're gonna mess up next, and who's the next assassin, and how are we gonna do it, and who are we gonna meet, what are historical places, figures, locations, people we gonna be is talking about. That's the kind of stuff you're interested in. You're not interested in like, man, I really gotta do sequence 13. And I think it's one of those seamless things. I think it's one of those big advances in terms of modern gaming as opposed to older games. It's really not just that simple split down the middle of like, man, I gotta get past World 3-2 to get to 3-4. No, here it's like, listen, you can go do some beat 'em up missions, you can do some assassin missions, you can follow the storyline, you can do this, you can do that. Obviously, you want to follow the storyline, it's the best thing you could do. But it gives you that progression. At the same time, it does cut it up all for you, which allows you for a little bit more playback. For example, I think in the Grand Theft Auto games, one of the biggest downfalls, and I do play for the storyline, but we'll talk about Leonardo. Before we talk to Leonardo first, and I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna say. Well, I guess I have to. Oh, I'm checking out what his studio is like. It's a beautiful place. Jolly old time. I've been there. It's cool.
Oh, Ezio Auditore! I didn't expect to see you again. What with all that's happened. Ah, where are my manners? Welcome back. Now, how can
That's
I be
a
of
friend right
service?
there.
I was hoping you could repair something of mine.
Of course. Come, this way. Che pasticcio. Tutto santo giorno che cerco.
Ah,
Let me
che
clear space.
pasticcio.
All right, let's see it. Fascinating. I don't know, Ezio. Despite its age, the construction is rather advanced. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm afraid there's not much I can do without the original plans. Mi dispiace.
Dispiace.
Wait.
What are you doing?
The contents of this page are encrypted, but if my theory is correct,
Look
based
how
on these
smart this
sketches,
dude is.
it
He
may
breaks it down in
very
like a
well-
second.
It may very well what?
Please, sit.
Leonardo, eh?
Shh. Remarkable. If we transpose the letters and then select every third... There! It's finished!
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene.
There it
Do it quickly.
is. There it is.
I was only having fun, Ezio. Though the blade once required a sacrifice, it's been modified. You can keep your finger.
There you go. You might need that finger. That's crazy.
Incredible.
Yes, it is. Tell me, do you have other pages like this?
I'm sorry. Only the one.
Listen, if you ever do happen across another one of these, please, bring it to me.
You have my word. And thank you for fixing this.
By order of the Florentine Guard, open this door!
come
Just
on,
a
man.
moment. Wait here.
Are you Leonardo da Vinci?
See, how may I be of service?
I need you to answer some questions.
Certainly.
Oh, man, I don't trust him, yo. The way he was knocking
What
on that
seems to
door.
be the trouble?
A witness claims to have seen you consorting with an enemy of the city.
What? Me? Consorting? Preposterous.
When was the last time you saw or spoke with Ezio Auditore?
Who?
Non fare il finto tonto! We know you were close with the family. Perhaps this will help to clear your head.
How's this gonna help him, man? Oh,
Ready to
poor
talk?
dude.
What about now?
Hey, the boy. Oh, man. Oh, poor little Leonardo, man. Thank God Ezio all of a sudden just got the blade. And now we could go assassinate the god. I'm coming in from behind.
What
We're
about
gonna go
now?
ham on this guy. There it is. That's what makes the game good right there. Those assassinations at the end.
Grazie, Ezio.
Sorry about that.
I've grown accustomed to their abuses.
What of the body?
Being an
Bring it
artist is
inside
tough,
and put it
man.
with the others.
Alright, so this episode's coming up with a bit of Rat Man.
city
Thanks
gives
a lot
them
for
to me for
watching.
research.
Subscribe to the channel, all that hood stuff right there. Like the video, all that great stuff. Make sure you check out what we got next week coming up, because we got some more Assassin's Creed for y'all. And check out Metal Gear tomorrow, son. I don't know what I'm gonna be dropping, but I'm gonna be dropping it like it's hot right there. Let's get rid of this body, though. I'm like, you know what? Maybe taking him to the middle of the city isn't really the best idea. Let's just sneak over here to my man Leonardo's house. What's good, yo? Let's drop him in here, and this is pretty cool right here. I don't know if I cut it off. I think I am gonna cut it off, actually. Ah, it's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna see it next episode, though. See what happens to the body, huh? It's pretty interesting. My man Leonardo right here, he's got a little crib, or maybe we don't cut it off. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, nice.
Thank you, Leonardo.
There it is. Beautiful. Love you guys enjoyed the episode right there. We throw him over there in the back.
Anytime.
So you
And
can go
remember,
examine
if
him
you
right
find
there.
more of
Love
the
it.
strange pages,
Love it.
bring
Love
them
it.
to me.
Have a great
Should they
Saturday, everybody.
contain new designs, I will upgrade your blade as well.
Of course. Now, I really should be getting back to Paola.
Porgile i miei omaggi.
Uberto Alberti, trusted friend of the Auditore family. According to the history books, this guy was a saint. He prosecuted murderers, rapists, the worst criminals. One of the best lawyers in Italy, he won every case, in spite of the fact that he was self-taught. Now, I found a back door into the Templars database server. I've been combing it for some kind of smoking gun. I found it. Apparently, Uberto's family was evicted by the Medici Bank. Uberto's been aching for revenge ever since. And the Templars promised him support. Ezio's father was standing in the way, and Uberto was jealous of his influence over the Florentine government. Two birds with one stone, isn't it? It looks like Uberto used his election to the Signoria as his opportunity to strike.